2. Alright, what's going on, guys? So today we're going to be doing a quick little review on my buddy Alec's EVO 10 GSR. It's far from stock, but it's extremely clean. I'm not going to do a lot of the talking in this video. This is mainly going to be Alec's video. But I'm going to let him get into the nitty-gritty details. We're going to do a quick little drive around. We'll do a walk around on it, let you hear the cold start, and then, yeah, we'll get some facts here from Alec, because I really don't know anything about this car, so I can't really speak for it. So turn it over to Alec. Alec, let's get a quick rundown on the car, break it down for the people what this car is stock, and then what is done to the car.
Well, it's a 2008 EVO 10. This right when we went to the 4B11 instead of the 4G63s that everyone knows the EVO 8s and 9s had. So for a while, this platform has kind of stumbled for a little bit, but clearly now it works well. This is so it's a 4B11 still a 2-liter. It's a sleeve block on a stock crank. Right now we're making about 800 wheel. So it's on Crillo rods, CP piston, Caliper cams, pretty much the basic rundown on it. It is on Motec, so we had to do everything from bottom up and drivability. Thanks Corbin Johnson Tuning. But drivability in the car is fantastic. It's got a triple disc clutch, but it's not an on-off switch, so you can still slip it. Really, it drives like a stock car until you realize the power band is 7,000 RPM and up pretty much. But that's really about the basic rundown on the car. I think factory they make 230 and right now we're making 800, so.
It's a pretty substantial difference, and the car weighs around how much?
Oh, I think 3,800. That might be a little high.
It's probably between 35 and 3650, I'm pretty sure this car weighs.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Something like 3,800 pounds.
So let's walk around the outside, or pop the hood real quick. Let's look underneath it, because it's something you enjoy talking about. So
this is the Mitsubishi.
This is the Mitsubishi? Yeah, this is the 4B11 like you said. What kind of turbo are you running on there today?
So it has a zoner rotor, 105/68. So it's a 72 mil. It flows 105 pounds, so 105/68. It's got a custom manifold from
who, Alec?
Lance, I'm trying to remember. So Andy at A-Star built the car, so it'd be an A-Star fab manifold. He did, so it's got twin wastegates, twin tile 44s to 4-inch exhaust. It's got a Busher trans.
What clutch can is this?
I don't know, but everybody wants it.
I know, I like it a lot. What size intercooler's on it?
It's got a 4-inch intercooler. I think it's English Racing intercooler.
Ooh, that's badass, actually. And what headlights on it? The retrofit headlights.
It's got the Audi headlights.
So these are off an S5?
I believe they're off of S5.
There's an S4 for comparison, so it's pretty similar.
Yeah, like my S4 is pretty close, but the S5s have that little dip on the bottom. So I'm 90% sure they just like make apart an S5 and slam it in there, but I don't know. Something like that.
Is this a CF carbon fiber hood?
It's got a Cybon
carbon fiber hood.
So it's got a Cybon carbon fiber hood.
And you got the wheel setup? What's the wheel setup?
It's got them fake T37s.
So they're Advent 1s, you said?
The Advent 1, a EVO X, I think they are.
And what's the size on them?
They're 18 by 10.5 on a 265 right now.
Okay.
It does not hook by any means. Second gear, it'll blow the tires off on a nice day. Third and fourth gear hookup, so it pulls like a freight train in third and fourth gear. And then I'll wait.
Pulls like a freight train in third and fourth gear, but it spins first and second.
First gear, you probably don't even build boost. I've never even tried, because the turbo's a little big for what it is, being a 2-liter. And we're on stock compression, so it's 9.0 to 1. But the car works pretty well otherwise. If you brake boost it, you can build full boost second gear. Otherwise, it's a little laggy.
So he's giving you a pretty just rundown on the car. From the outside, it's pretty stock appealing. He's got some aftermarket taillights, I'm pretty sure. He's got the carbon fiber trunk, carbon fiber spoiler. Actually, an all-around pretty clean car. The muffler on this looks a little goofy to me. That's just my personal opinion. I don't know what kind of muffler that is. I'm so used to seeing a big old fart can on here, and it's not a fart can, but...
It was a little too loud with a straight pipe, so they had just cut the end off and stuck a muffler on it, so it's a little quieter, because otherwise you're just being completely deaf.
Okay.
So, it's homemade, but it works.
All right, so interior-wise, pretty much a stock EVO 10?
Yeah, stock EVO 10, stock seats.
This is the interior on the EVO 10, stock seats, which are honestly probably some of the most comfortable seats came from the factory in this year. Honestly, 2008, these seats were super, super comfortable. Stock shifter. I like the gauge pillar. What brand is this? I can't even know. Something, whatever. I've always liked that setup though. It's a very, very common setup. You don't have your F-boy harnesses and all that stuff because you don't need all that kind of bullshit.
Street car is life.
Street car life.
No cage.
Did we go over the trans? What trans is in this?
It's got a Busher trans, stock final drive. That's probably the weak point with this turbo setup because you go from 8,500 RPM in fourth, and then you go into fifth gear, and it's only a 5-speed, so that's your overdrive, and it kind of falls on its face, but it still probably makes 550 or 600 at the RPM it drops into, but
it's still pretty respectable.
Yeah, it's a little out of power range.
All right, so that's the rundown on the car. I mean, it's a EVO 10, stock appealing until you open up the hood and then you go for a ride. So
This has the same clutch as Chris's car. Look at that. In a gear like glove, but it's also cold right now. It's a carbon clutch, so when it gets hot, it fucking sucks, dick. But like, Chris's car's like, we're in gear.
this is how Alec talks on a normal basis.
Is that recording
yeah.
the whole time? Oh my god.
So I mean, I'm trying to go over the drivability right now and see how it feels. It feels, I mean, I can't really tell how does this drive compared to like Chris's Corvette.
Well, we're not stalling. I didn't have to go all the way down a hill just to go up the hill because I couldn't go up it.
That's true.
It drives pretty good. It's not still got
Too loud on the inside?
yeah, like with that, like the muffler deal going on, it's not too bad inside. It drones on a freeway for sure, but I mean,
What are you at in fifth gear? At 70 or 75?
3,500 RPM. I could be completely wrong on that one. I've been on a freeway with it twice.
You've barely driven it since it got built.
Yeah, we pretty much just did all the braking, which is just, we did like 400 miles of driving like this everywhere. I mean, I didn't rev over 4 grand. And after we got put together, we went out for several nights. So again, thanks Corbin for being up till like 2 a.m.
I don't think people realize what tuning entails, like the amount of time that goes into it. Like
Tuning, essentially on a car that's on standalone and big cams, we essentially did this.
Standalone being
For
an ECU that
hours.
controls the entire car and replaces the factory ECU, for people that aren't really aware of what the standalone is.
Correct. Yeah, this is on it's on Motec M150, which is frankly it's one of the best ECUs out there, so everyone wants to go to now.
The second best would be like AM Infinity or something like that. It's just a lot harder to tune on, I think.
AM's a really good one. Our friends used to work for them. And then a lot of big like Evo, high horsepower Evos are using Link.
Oh yeah. You tell me.
I'll go left.
Or not, dude. Calm your tits, bro.
Who?
That guy that was trying to. You were like, he acted like you're about to get in his lead or something.
Oh, did he?
So here's a quick little pull from second gear. Like you're about to get in his lane car spun a lot in second gear. How many pounds of boost was that?
I think we had 38, 39 pounds.
So that's what an 800 horsepower Evo 10 feels like. And I bet
A couple hundred pounds lighter, like maybe 300 pounds.
both cars at 1,000 Evo 8 to walk them out or pretty much walk away all day. You think?
What was that?
You think Evo 8 versus an Evo 10, same power level, what's walking away Evo 8?
I think an Evo 8 would win, especially in gearing.
Yeah, they have long gears too.
Yeah, those have. Everyone with the Evo 8 has different trans in it anyways, that's a common thing in these cars. Everyone changes final drive in fifth gear. This one has a stock final drive, but the build was supposed to be different before. It was like, oh, let's make 1,000 horsepower. So we're at stock gear ratio, so our gears are really close.
So hey, real quick, let's capitalize on this video and pretty much end it right here. But so, in terms of what this car compares to from production cars, from all these people that like to read their magazines, watch Car and Driver, watch, you know, Car Wow, all these different pages, YouTube channels, compared to like a Hellcat, compared to like a GT350R, not even that, probably the new GT500, a new ZR1, like this car compared to those kind of cars. I'm not talking about like drivability in the corner stuff, just straight line fast. Where do they all stack up?
They'd all be underneath this for sure.
So that just shows you. But and then you're spending $140,000 on a new ZR1, or you're spending freaking $80,000 to $60,000 on a new Hellcat. I mean, it's crazy money when you can get a car like this for like $18,000 to $20,000. Put what, 15 to 20 grand into it?
Yeah.
If you're looking for a fully built trans, fully built motor, doing everything the correct way. But if you just want an Evo that makes like 600, 650 horsepower, you see them.
Yeah,
you know,
a 600 horsepower Evo, you'd probably be in it for about 30,000 total.
Which is not an insane amount whatsoever for the power you're getting. Like, I mean, you're getting a lot out of it, and you're gonna have a lot better drivability. It's gonna be way better in the snow. Like,
yeah, if you want to drive something in the snow, you can do something great like that. You won't really worry about it too much. Like, you can be on this car, and if you think it's gonna blow up, is it expensive? Yes. Is it less expensive than building like a GTR or a Supra or a Hellcat? Yeah, it's gonna be a lot less expensive to build this. A full bolt-on GTR, if you throw a rod, you're gonna be 25,000 or so in an engine to rebuild it. If you throw a rod.
It's all gonna come down to personal preference and your knowledge, your knowledge level on the car. So if you just want to get in a car and you have money to blow, sure, go ahead and go out and buy a brand new automatic ZR1, or go ahead and buy a brand new Hellcat, do a couple bolt-ons. Yeah, you're making like 850 horsepower all day long, and it's a relatively reliable car you can drive every single day. But at the same time, it's like, if you actually know what you're doing, you don't want to spend a lot of capital, and you want to go out and walk cars like that on a daily basis, you can get something like this or something in its realm. Just note to self, don't try to build a Subaru unless you're an absolute idiot. Those things are just some of the dumbest cars to build.
As someone who builds Subarus, don't build Subarus. Leave them stock. They're great. And change the oil on it.
Yeah. Leave the car stock. If you want to do a little bit of bolt-ons, don't try to make anything over like 300. It's just, you can, but I mean, if you want to have a worry-free mental state, do not buy a Subaru.
I used to be so excited about Subarus, and now I look at Subarus and I'm just like
problematic.
Are you on stock pistons? Like, nope. All right, yeah, figure that one.
All right, so this will be like one of Alec's first combined videos with me. He's going to be starting his own YouTube channel. I don't know what you want to call it. You can just call it Alec Craft, say your name. It's pretty generic, or whatever you want to do. He'll put some time and effort into it. But he's a very, very knowledgeable car guy. He knows a lot about cars. A lot about a lot of things, actually. You can actually ask him some history questions, too. He knows, whatever. He just knows a lot about everything. But, no, he, like I said, just a very all-around cool dude, one of my best friends. And another one of his cars that he's had. How many cars have you had now? Like, probably 65 to 80?
I think I've had about 70 cars.
And note, he's 24 years old, same as me, so that's quite a bit of cars in that amount of time span. So, anything else you want to add to the rest of this video about this
if you
car?
want to look at any of my other cars, the big name cars, I've had a few GTRs, R35s, R32s. I have a Supra right now that I've been restoring for 3 years.
That's a project I've been telling him he should be whatever. I mean, I'm not going to try to go on and on about it, but
comment below and we'll post some stuff on the Supra.
Yeah, but for real, like, subscribe, comment. We enjoy everyone engaging with us and asking questions. That's seriously how the car community grows, both in size and in knowledge, because we don't want everyone walking around and just, going based off what some random person said. This is, like I said, a very knowledgeable person who knows what he's talking about. He's not just throwing BS out there. He wants people to be, correctly educated on today's cars and how they work and everything about them. There's no BS behind what he speaks. So anyways, guys, have a great day, and big thanks to Alec for the car review. Peace. See ya. That's pretty easy.